Hey everyone, it's Morgan Adsit and AJ Gersh out here at Ravens training camp. We are through 2 days, and so far the observations are what we thought.
Yeah.
They're getting work done, but it's only 2 days. Let's start with the biggest competitions on this roster that will be a key factor come game day. That's the kicking game. It's definitely a camp battle. It's Tyler Loop, it's John Hoyland, and they are getting equal reps on day one. Day two today, John Hoyland. They did that during the summer, kind of switching off on OTAs and minicamp, but so far no one's lost a job and no one's won the job, clearly.
Well, yeah, it is day two.
Yeah.
But you bring in Tyler Loop, 6th-round draft pick. Of course, if you spend a draft pick on a guy, you expect him to win the job. But John Hoyland today, in our viewing time in practice, was perfect. 9 for 9. Had a fantastic showing today in his solo outing. Tyler Loop on the sideline. He'll likely kick tomorrow. And it's going to be interesting just to see how they stack one against the other moving forward into the preseason. And of course, in the preseason, we'll see both of these guys kicking.
And that's going to be the ultimate factor, right? When you're in the real game situation, games on the line, when you're 40 plus.
Exactly.
We're not seeing any of that right now, but so far, Loop was yesterday, he was perfect. And Hoyland yesterday missed one, but today he was perfect. Again, these are situational 11 on 11, nothing crazy, game action inside 40, if not 42. So.
Well, this offense this year looks prolific. Of course, Lamar Jackson, anytime he's leading an offense, 2-time MVP, you have a chance to win. And your Super Bowl window is as long as Lamar Jackson is the quarterback of an NFL team. And of course, that's the expectation this year, is for them to take that next jump. But then bringing in a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, of course, you already have Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and then that tight end room, Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews. It's like you got an offense that is set. The pieces are there to win the Super Bowl. It's the questions are on the defense. Starting last year, they didn't look like a good defense for the first 10 weeks of the season. They were giving up all those across the middle slant route touchdowns. Against the Bengals, there was like 3 of them over 50 yards. So they had to shore that up. And a big reason that the defense struggled was that middle of the field early on in the season. And a guy like Trenton Simpson has eyes. Every eye is on him here in training camp next to Roquan Smith. And today he had an interception, Morgan.
The first interception of training camp goes to Trenton Simpson. This was a guy that Roquan Smith yesterday was gushing about, how he's yoked up. And when the
Looks
interception,
like a Greek god.
Hey, I was going to let him say that. I wasn't going to say that. When he had the interception and came by, it was right in front of us where we were watching on camp. He's huge. Trenton Simpson has definitely put the work in. The speed was always there for him, but maybe a little bit last season he felt like getting pushed around a little bit, couldn't get to the tackle. We know what John Harbaugh, he wants his inside linebackers to do, one thing and one thing only: tackle. So for Trenton Simpson to be on this roster and in the starting rotation and it to not be any question marks would be huge for this defense. And he's certainly getting that look. Teddy Buchanan, the rookie, is behind him, but in all honesty, is a rookie going to run away with it? Probably not for that one. You touched the defense, worst passing defense last season. Made improvements on that. Chuck Pagano is here. They got the free agency additions. They got the first-round draft pick with Malachi Starks. And what I like so much about this training camp is sometimes even with their first-rounders, they did it with Nate Wiggins last year, they don't plug him in right away into the starting lineup when we're seeing the ones go at training camp. It's Malachi Starks, folks. He's getting it. He's getting all those reps, and he will be the starting safety along with Kyle Hamilton. Just what they do with the rest of the DBs and the rotation will be something fun to watch, but a good problem to have because there is talent overload in this secondary if they can stay healthy.
Oh, no question. You bring in Chidobe Awuzie. You bring in Jair Alexander. Of course, that's the big addition heading into this season. And Jair and Marlon Humphrey have already established somewhat of a bromance. It's going on. They get in for the breakfast club is what they call it. The 6 a.m. club, the first guys in the building to do their lift. And Jair, Marlon said it's kind of a little bit of a psycho move. He said he's so intense at 6 in the morning, he brings the speaker up to the weight machine and blasts it. But they have already gotten the camaraderie together, the two of them, and both of them on the outside, pair them with Nate Wiggins as running man-on-man. And you could kind of shift any of these guys at any position. Marlon plays a lot of nickel. Kyle can move up from deep safety. He could drop back like we saw him last season. But the prospect of having 5 first-round picks out in one secondary is certainly something that Chuck Pagano is looking forward to, John Harbaugh is looking forward to, and I know the fans are as well.
And this is something that's only going to help the middle of the defense, which has been a problem area. It's such a pass. You mentioned Joe Burrow, the Bengals, such a pass-happy league. It's where they're going. So we're going to see 3, if not times 4 or 5 packages where defensive backs are in there for the Ravens and maybe only have one inside linebacker. You know, it's going to be pass happy, get after the quarterback. Another huge rotational thing we got to see is outside linebacker.
Yeah.
I think they keep 6. I think the way you work him in past Kyle Van Noy and Odafe Away is going to be interesting. Tavius Robinson is more of an edge guy. He's not going to drop the quarterback, but he's still in that outside linebacker group and had a really good season last year. So that rotation is going to be similar to defensive backs, is who's making the plays and who's making the plays in the small amount of window of time you get, because there's a lot of talent on this defense. Again, have to stay healthy. Back to Alexander, though, it was funny when he spoke today. Lamar Jackson, we know during mandatory minicamp, said he was recruiting him. The next day, boom, he signed. There's a little bit more that goes into that business work with Eric DeCosta than it happening that quickly. But he did say that and to win a Super Bowl is why he was here. And then when asked if Lamar wasn't here, would he be here? Jair Alexander didn't say no, but there was some hesitation and said he definitely would have tested free agency more if Lamar's not here. But Lamar's here. He sees this roster, sees it's the best chance to win. And year 8, 7 in Green Bay, he wants to win now. Yeah,
Lamar's here. Jair's here. You bring in DeAndre Hopkins. What else can you ask for here heading into 2025? The injuries, that's going to be the key thing. Can all these guys stay healthy, and can they be healthy at the right time heading through the regular season into the postseason? And then, of course, the big question mark is, can you get it done when it counts?
Yeah.
And that's what we're keeping our eye on here. A lot of time left to go, over 6 weeks until week 1 in Buffalo, Sunday Night Football. Morgan's here. I'm here. Have a great day, YouTube.